Monday evening, and I'm a little later than I had hoped to be in getting this video going, but thank you for your patience, and welcome now to week 6. We are really, this is 3/4 of the way through the course once we end, and we have had some interesting conversations again, and I think you'll find this week maybe a little more interesting. Thank you again for your participation in last week's discussion. We're back up pushing 100 entries again, which is a really great performance from people. And I thank everybody for taking some of the feedback that we used over the past couple of weeks. We're looking at I'm looking at great interactions between all of you together, which is really where I think this is important, especially when we look at a topic like last week. A topic like last week is a little tough for a lot of people because it seems like there's only one or two answers. Yes, globalization or going global is good. Yes, there are a lot of pitfalls. Here's what I see as the pitfalls. Do you see the same pitfalls? What's there to argue about? And that's really what I saw, and that's not a problem. That was very good. I hope a lot of people came away with understanding that often these whole things that you can find about international commerce and e-commerce and international law and culture and all these kind of things, logistics, all the things of that, economic differentials, currency exchange. What I'm listing is I'm rattling off a list of areas where you got a great opportunity, but every time one of those items raises its head, you increase risk. And what you're doing is finding for ways to mitigate risk to take advantage of great opportunities. It is almost that simple. And for those of you who I did communicate with, I frequently asked you the question about an item I've always called PEST analysis: political, economic, social, and technological. There's another version that uses the acronym SLEPT, which is social, legal, economic, political, and technological. Pretty much the same thing. But those are the big picture factors of what goes on when you look at international, or what we like to call cross-border transactions when we look at international business. And there are a lot of ways that you can take advantage of situations. You just see that there are a lot of ways in which you can make a mistake. And to make a mistake can be minor, and it can be an annoyance, or depending on the product, the situation, your expertise, your customer base, all that kind of stuff, it could be major. It could be a deal breaker in many cases, or sometimes even worse. So what we were really talking about last week is risk factors and mitigation of risk. And these are ones that are interesting because unlike some areas like where we're going this week, which is into finance and financing sources and financial management and all those kind of things, that risk is inherent no matter whether you're local or global, right? That is real. That is the lifeblood, and it's a success or failure of your company. The international risks may, to some degree, be optional, right? If we don't want to go into that international market, we won't have to face these risks. On the other hand, we won't get the benefits of participation in that market. So what I think we're shifting from this week is looking at a whole set of optional risks to a whole set of reality risks. No matter what you do, you're going to have these. So what we're going to try to do this week is to look at the whole question of finance. Where does the money come from? What does it do? How do you collect it? How do you manage it? How much do you need? How much can you get? All these kind of things. We touched on it a couple weeks ago in the readings, even though we didn't do a discussion on it. We touched on it when we went and looked in the marketing session, and we talked about pricing and credit decisions, which now will come back and you can feed those into how you look at it here. And the discussion this week, it on the surface may seem like a rather puzzling question. To some it may even be a silly question. but it is one I've used for years to talk to people about how they see financial management, financial measurements, financial understanding, financial literacy, if you will. Is, would you rather make a profit or would you rather make money? Is there a difference? Okay. Perhaps we were looking at it is another way of asking the question might be, would you rather build value or would you rather accumulate profits? You're going to see that there are some subtle differences. How you interpret that and what your goals are and the term of your goals are going to affect your decisions when they come to financial management. And again, your financial decisions are maybe some of the most crucial in your business. They're not just existential, but they're also supporting the rest of what you do. They're the fundamental point of resources. When we say a business is under-resourced, we usually mean it's under-financed or undercapitalized. And it's important to understand the factors that go into this. So this is what we're trying to accomplish in week 6. The other thing too, I hope everyone did get a chance to go up and go back and look at what we're asking you to do for that comprehensive assignment in week 7. And as you can see, it's a little different than what a lot of people do in a lot of small business and entrepreneurship classes where we ask you to write a business plan, which is really funny because I have to make this comment. When we asked back in Unit 3 for an outline of a business plan, many of you went ahead and wrote a rudimentary business plan. So you know the elements that go into that. But if you read the assignment for week 7, it's how do I have a plan for implementing what my business plan said, sustaining what I've been doing, and how do I have a plan for staying in business and growing. They're different than the fundamental business plan that most courses teach about. So that's what we want to look at. What it comes down to is minimizing risk while maximizing opportunities. And those are the factors we're looking at. So once again, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your participation. In this case, thank you for your patience with me. And I have to say that participation is outstanding. And that's really where I was hoping the learning experience would be, and that's where I think I see it landing. So that's very important to me, and I can't thank you enough for being active and attentive and questioning each other. That's so important to a good learning experience in an online course. As usual, if you have any questions, please use the Ask the Instructor section, use my email, get the question to me. I will try to get back to you as soon as we can. And to all too, have a very happy and restful Thanksgiving holiday. It's getting to be that time of year when just everybody gets into flurries of activity, but try to step back and just reflect a little bit about what's important to you. That's a good purpose for this holiday. It's a good purpose to reflect and relax a little bit with relaxation with intent. Let's me put it that way. So again, thank you, and if you have any questions, please contact me as soon as you can. Thank you.